Hajjul Masakeen Salawat. Dear brothers and sisters, I have recited a saying, a hadith of our Holy Prophet Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And the Holy Prophet says in this hadith that Al-Jum'atu Hajjul Masakeen. Let's look at the importance of this day, importance of this prayer. The Prophet says that Jum'ah, prayer of Jum'ah, day of Jum'ah is just like a miskeen is performing Hajj Baitullah. Allah. Who knows better than you that how much it costs to go to Makkah to perform Hajj? It's very expensive right now, almost $10,000 to perform Hajj. But Prophet says, and the struggle, you have to spare time, you have to go travel, you have to go through hardships and calamities. But Prophet said that Al-Jum'atu Hajjul Misakeen, that if you come and you pray the prayer of Jum'ah, it's like you are a Haji of Baitullah. How easy it is. That's why they say that Islam is not a tough religion. If you think that I cannot act upon the religion because it's tough, Islam demands me, to pray and fast and do charity, and it's hard, I cannot do that. No, Islam has a lot of solutions for you because it's deen of nature, it's deen of fitrah. And Islam has a lot of solutions for you. If you cannot go to Hajj Baitullah, if you do not afford, if you do not have the money, then Prophet said that come to the Jummah prayer. One cannot excuse that, oh Prophet, I did not perform Hajj because I didn't have enough money, I could not travel, I was sick, Then you have a replacement, you have a substitute. You cannot say that I could not travel 5 miles, or I could not travel 3 miles, or I could not come to the masjid, and I could not pray the Jummah prayer. No, it's not asking you to spend money. It's not asking you to spend at least minimum 2 weeks, and you do not have to face those hardships, the one you face in Baitullah, but you get the sawab of the same like you're performing Hajj Baitullah. So Islam has offered us everything. It's upon us now how we welcome that. Islam has all the solutions. So in Quran, if you recite the holy book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for any prayer, it's Fajr prayer, it's Zuhr prayer, it's Asr, it's Maghrib or Isha, Quran does not say that when you listen the Adhan of Fajr, run towards Masjid. Islam does not, Quran doesn't say that if you listen the Adhan, the call to prayer for Zuhr, run towards Masjid. But it's only the prayer of Jum'ah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَاسْعَوْا إِلَىٰ ذِكْرِ اللَّهِ وَذَرُوا الْبَيْعَ. Just leave whatever you are doing and run towards the zikr of Allah. Run towards, and it's only for the day of Jum'ah. Why? Is Fajr not important? Is Zohar not important? Is Asr not important? So why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is emphasizing on the prayer of Jum'ah, that whatever you are doing, you are busy doing anything, just leave it and just run towards Masjid and pray Jum'ah. Why? What is the significance of the prayer of Jum'ah? So if we understand that in the light of the Quran and in the light of the sayings of the Holy Prophet, our lives can change. And brothers and sisters, I always say that the change, it does not require a lot of study. A change, it does not require for you to go to madrasas and just, study your religion and spend time. Change can happen in a moment, in a second. It's just like when something clicks, you change yourself. The personality is changed, your thought process is changed, and Islam wants everybody to change. Islam likes change. the day I spend my yesterday, my today should be better than yesterday. It shouldn't be the same. If my yesterday and today are the same, it means I'm not a successful person. If my tomorrow is not going to be better than today, it means I'm not a successful person. So Islam wants you to elevate. Islam wants you to grow. Islam wants you to grow up and fly high. And so do Ahlul Bayt. This is Ahlul Bayt said. What is the message of Ahlul Bayt? The message of Ahlul Bayt is that you have to move forward, you have to rise high, and you have to, instead of just keeping yourself low, no. Islam wants you to think high. Ahlul Bayt wants you to think high, to rise high, to fly high. Because the leaders that we believe in, the leaders that we follow, were the leaders that, those leaders were flying high. And when I say flying high, it was wisdom, it was their bravery, it was their generosity, it was their knowledge in every aspect. There was nobody who could compete Ahlul Bayt in any field. So when we come to the Jum'ah and we try to understand Jum'ah, and if I could be successful to convey this message, that why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is emphasizing that just leave whatever you are doing on the day of Jum'ah and just run towards the prayer of Jum'ah. So what is the significance behind it? Fajr is the same prayer, Zohar is the same prayer, all the prayers are same, but why there's an importance? It's 2 rakat prayer. I could pray 2 rakat at home. Because you cannot pray a Jum'ah prayer at your home, at your residence, you cannot do that. And even with 3 miles radius, you cannot have 2 Jum'ah prayers. And Islam is the religion of logic. You can say that, if I'm praying a Jum'ah here, why I can't pray Jum'ah next door? I can pray at my house, my neighbor is praying at his house, everybody can pray at their house. Why the Jum'ah prayer is not allowed within a 3 miles radius? Why we cannot have it? And that's the logic, and that's the secret, and that's the message behind this prayer of Jum'ah. And that's why Prophet has said that al-Jum'atu hajjul masakeen, and that's why Quran says fas'aw ila zikrillah wa zarul bayt. The reason is, Islam says that it's better for you to come to Jama'at prayer, the congregational prayer, for all the prayers. If it's possible for you, instead of reciting at home, offering your prayers at home, it's better for you to go to masjid for Fajr, for Zohar, for Asr, Maghrib or Isha. But if you cannot do that, Islam says, okay, it's fine, you can pray at home. But if you are a neighbor of a masjid, if you are a neighbor of a mosque, Islam says that no, you are not allowed to offer prayer in your house, even though it's allowed. But you have to go to the masjid and pray. And in some of the narration, Prophet has said that the houses should be burned. Those houses are in the neighborhood of a mosque, and they don't go to the mosque. Because when someone comes to the masjid, Prophet says that al-mu'minu fil masjid ka-samake fil ma. That a mu'min in a mosque is just like a fish in the water. Wal-munafiqu fil masjid ka-ta'iru fil qafas. And a hypocrite person, a munafiq person is in a masjid, it's sitting like that, like a bird is in a cage. You feel yourself tied. You don't enjoy being in the mosque. You don't feel comfortable being in the mosque. Why? Because there's no iman in your heart. So when Prophet said that it's hajj masakeen, and Quran says that run towards it, so what is the logic and purpose behind it? But I want to say, brothers and sisters, and that's the message for today, that you can pray at home. But Quran says, and Islam says, and the Holy Prophet and Ahlul Bayt say that you can pray at home, but when you come to the mosque, for Jummah at least 5 people including Imam are mandatory. You cannot pray with 4 people, you cannot pray with 3 people, it has to be 5 people for the Jummah prayer. So Islam says when people from the 3 miles radius get together for the prayer of Jum'ah, it's not that they are just offering 2 rakat prayer and they go home. No, the reason Islam is pulling everybody out from their houses and getting them together in the mosque on the day of Friday, so when they get together, besides offering their prayer, they should talk to each other. A community, a people living in the same community, get together and talk. How are you? How are you doing? Are you sick? I haven't seen you for a while. Are you in need of something? Do you need money? I heard that you are jobless these days. Can I help you for something? So Islam wants this culture. Islam wants people to get together, and after the day of Jum'ah, a small gathering, Islam says, okay, now get together for the day of Eid, larger community. Instead of offering small prayers here and there, a larger community, get together, offer your prayer, and then talk to each other. Share your issues. Open up. Talk to your brothers and sisters. Sometimes your brothers and sisters, the blood relatives, are not that much close like your brothers and sisters in Iman are closer to you. It's a relationship, you have to feel it. It's a bonding between a person having faith, having love of Ahlul Bayt. It's a bonding, but you have to feel it. So Islam says that get together on the day of Eid and talk to each other. Share your issues, share your community issues, your city issues, your town issues, your personal issues. And then Islam says that after this gathering, there's a gathering of the whole Ummah. It's a gathering of all the believers on the day of Hajj. That every Muslim from all around the world, they get together on the day of Hajj. And it's not that you just go and you do tawaf and you say my Hajj is completed. No! Islam wants you to get together and talk about your issues. Talk about what's happening in the Muslim world. Talk about your personal issues, your community issues. Talk about what's happening to the Muslims right now in the world. Talk about your issues when you get together in the Hajj. So it's a Jum'ah, 3 mile radius people. It's Eid, larger community. It's Hajj, even more, a bigger crowd. So Islam wants the purpose of this congregational prayer to share your issues. It's not just that I pray 2 rakat prayer and I just go home. ایک واقعہ ملتا ہے کہ جب مسجد میں اذان ہو رہی تھی تو ایک غیر مسلم تھا اس کمیونٹی میں. اس نے دیکھا کہ یہاں تو آپ کو پتہ ہے کہ اذان جو ہے اس طرح سے لاؤڈ سپیکر پہ نہیں ہوتی, تو بیک آپ کو پتہ ہے وہاں پہ جہاں سے ہم آئے ہیں وہاں پہ اذان ہوتی ہے اور بہت بڑی کمیونٹی دور دراز تک وہ ایک اسپیکر پہ اذان جاتی ہے, لوگ اسے سنتے اور لوگ اپنی دکانیں, اپنے کاروبار, اپنے بزنسز چھوڑ کے مسجد کی طرف جاتے. تو جب اذان پر مسلمانوں نے دوڑنا شروع کر دیا تو ایک غیر مسلم تھا, دیکھ رہا تھا. اس نے کہا یہ کیا ہو گیا, ایمرجنسی ہو گئی ہے. یہاں آپ کو پتہ ہے جب سائرن بجتا ہے تو لوگ پینک, ایک عجیب سا پینک کریٹ ہو جاتا ہے, یا اللہ خیر کیا ہو گیا. تو اس نے کہا یہ کچھ ایمرجنسی ہو گئی, میں بھی رن کروں, میں بھی دوڑوں, میں بھی اپنے آپ کو ریسکیو کروں, بچاؤں, کیا ہو گیا. گھبرایا. اس نے ایک مسلمان دوڑتی ہوئی مسلمان کو روکا, اور جب روکا تو اس سے کہا کہ یہ کیا ہو گیا, یہ سب لوگ کہاں جا رہے ہیں, کیا سب خیریت ہے, کوئی پریشانی ہے, کوئی ایمرجنسی ہو گئی ہے. اس نے کہا نہیں کچھ نہیں ہوا, یہ نماز کا وقت ہے اور یہ جو تم آواز سن رہے ہو نا حی علی الصلاۃ, حی علی الفلاح, یہ ہمیں بلایا جا رہا ہے کہ آؤ نماز کا وقت ہے, یہ ہمیں بلایا جا رہا ہے, ہم دوڑ کے جا رہے ہیں. پریشان ہو گئے. اس نے کہا یار کیا دین ہے, کیا مذہب ہے, ایک شخص بلا رہا ہے اور یہ جہاں سے دیکھتا ہوں گلی کی اس طرف سے بھی آ رہے ہیں, روڈ کے اس طرف سے بھی آ رہے ہیں, اس دکان سے بھی آ رہے ہیں, گھر سے بھی آ رہے ہیں, سب دوڑ کے جا رہے ہیں. اس نے کہا یار 2 منٹ رک جاؤ, مجھے بتاؤ کہ پھر کیا کرتے ہو. اس نے کہا وہ بلانے والے کی آواز پر ہم سب مسجد چلے جاتے ہیں اور مسجد جا کر ہم سب صفیں بنا کر لائن میں کھڑے ہو جاتے ہیں. اللہ اکبر, ہم تو سمجھتے تھے کہ یہ ڈسپلن قوم ہم ہیں, اگر یہ قوم اس طرح سے صفیں بنا کر ایک شخص کے بلانے پر اکٹھی ہو گئی اور اس طرح صفیں بنا کر کھڑے ہو گئے, کتنی ڈسپلن ہے یہ. اس نے کہا پھر کیا کرتے ہو. اس نے کہا پھر ہم اپنوں میں سے ایک کو امام بناتے ہیں, وہ لیڈ کرتا ہے پریئر, باقی ہم سب اس کے پیچھے کھڑے ہو جاتے ہیں اور ہم نماز پڑھتے ہیں. اس کے تو تعجب کی اور اس کی حیرانگی کی انتہا نہ رہی. اس نے کہا یار یہ کیسی قوم ہے, ایک شخص نے بلایا, سب دوڑ کے چلے گئے, سب نے صفیں بنا لی اور اپنے آپ کو لائن اپ کر لیا. کتنے ڈسپلن ہے. ایک شخص پہ اتفاق کر لیا, سب نے ایک کو اپنا لیڈر مان لیا, اس کے پیچھے کھڑے ہو گئے. کتنی اچھی قوم ہے, کتنی یونٹی ہے ان میں, کتنا پیار ہے ان میں, کتنا اتفاق ہے ان میں. ایک شخص کو لیڈر بنا کر سب اس کے پیچھے کھڑے ہو گئے. اس نے کہا پھر کیا کرتے ہو. اس نے کہا پھر ہم نماز پڑھتے ہیں. اس نے کہا اچھا, نماز کے بعد کیا کرتے ہو؟ انہوں نے کہا نماز کے بعد ہم کوئی دنیاوی بات کرنا مسجد میں جائز نہیں سمجھتے، نماز پڑھ کے ہم اپنے اپنے گھروں کو واپس آ جاتے ہیں۔ اس نے کہا تھا میں ڈر رہا تھا، ایک شخص کے بلانے پہ سب اکٹھے ہو گئے، سب لائنیں بنا کر کھڑے ہو گئے، ایک شخص کو امام بنا کر متفق ہو کر اس کے پیچھے کھڑے ہو گئے، تو مجھے تو ڈر یہ تھا کہ اتنی ڈسپلن، اتنی اتفاق، اتنی اتحاد کرنے والی یہ قوم ہے، اگر تم کوئی اور بات کرنا نماز کے بعد جائز نہیں سمجھتے ہو تو پھر نمازیں پڑھتے رہو، ایسی نمازوں سے ہمیں کوئی ڈر نہیں ہے۔ دیکھا میں تو یہ سمجھا تھا کہ اگر 5 نمازوں میں تم اس طرح اکٹھے ہوتے ہو، دوڑ کے جاتے ہو، اگر ایک بات بھی تم کر لو نا اپنی کمیونٹی کی، ایک بات بھی اگر تم کر لو اپنے مسائل کی، کسی ایک بیمار کی عیادت کے لیے چلے جاؤ، کسی ایک مفلس کی مدد کے لیے تیار ہو جاؤ، کسی ایک جاب لیس کی جاب کے لیے سب سر جوڑ کے بیٹھو اس کو کیسے جاب دلوائیں، کسی ایک مقروض کا قرض ادا کرنے کے لیے ایک بات اگر تم ہر روز کر لو، 5 نمازوں میں 5 مسائل تو حل ہو گئے، 5 مسائل تو حل ہو گئے۔ اس نے کہا کہ تم یہ بس نمازیں پڑھ رہے ہو اور کوئی اور بات کرنا جائز نہیں سمجھتے، ایک دوسرے کے ساتھ ایشوز ڈسکس نہیں کرتے، تو ایسی نمازوں کا یہ فلسفہ ہے۔